In the summer of 1965, on the lush, sun-drenched Greek island of Corfu, history added a new name to its royal lineage. Nestled in the serene neoclassical villa of Mon Repos, surrounded by olive groves, sea breezes, and views that stretched to the Ionian horizon, Princess Alexia of Greece and Denmark was born on July 10th. It was more than a royal birth. It was a national moment, a unifying event for the Greek people, and a new chapter for one of Europe's most intertwined royal dynasties. Alexia was the first child of King Constantine II of Greece and Queen Anne-Marie of Denmark, and her birth was the embodiment of a royal alliance between two powerful European houses, the House of Glücksburg of Denmark and the Greek monarchy, which had ruled since the mid-19th century. Her father, Constantine, had only recently ascended the throne following the death of King Paul in 1964. He was just 24 years old. Her mother, Queen Anne-Marie, the youngest daughter of King Frederick IX of Denmark, had become queen at the astonishing age of 18, making her the youngest queen consort in the world at the time. Their love story had captivated royal watchers across Europe. Their wedding in Athens was one of the most lavish royal events of the decade, attended by kings, queens, and dignitaries from every corner of the continent. With Alexia's birth the following year, that romantic fairy tale seemed complete. The location of her birth, Mon Repos, added another layer of symbolism. The villa, built during British rule in the 1820s, wasn't just a royal residence. It held deep historical significance. It was also the birthplace of Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh and consort of Queen Elizabeth II. That shared lineage of royals born under Corfu's blue skies further cemented Princess Alexia's place in the broader European tapestry of monarchy. Her christening was equally momentous. The Greek royal family turned the grand hall of the Athens palace into a regal chapel, a transformation so meticulous and opulent that it was said to rival the finest cathedrals in Europe. Gilded walls, royal crests, and chandeliers dripping with crystals surrounded a ceremonial baptismal font filled with water from the River Jordan, imported for the occasion. The ceremony followed the rites of the Greek Orthodox Church, full of sacred chants and ancient tradition. Her godparents were chosen with diplomatic precision. Among them was Queen Margrethe II of Denmark, Alexia's maternal aunt, and Prince Juan Carlos of Spain, then the heir to the Spanish throne. These weren't just family members, they were future monarchs. Her baptism was a royal summit in itself, attended by crowned heads from Britain, Norway, the Netherlands, and Belgium. For one dazzling day, Athens was the capital of European royalty. But life as a Greek princess wouldn't remain so idyllic. Just 2 years after her birth, in 1967, Greece was thrown into turmoil. A military coup toppled the democratic government and sent the royal family into forced exile. Princess Alexia, not even 3 years old, left her homeland and entered a life of displacement, one that would carry her across Europe and redefine her royal identity. The family initially settled in Rome, then later moved to Denmark and eventually London. Despite being royals, the Greek monarchy, now in exile, lived without the institutional support of a ruling court. King Constantine never abdicated, believing his exile would be temporary. But in 1973, the monarchy was formally abolished by referendum, ending more than a century of royal rule in Greece. Even so, Alexia's life remained remarkably rich, rooted in education, duty, and an understated glamour that seemed to follow her wherever she went. She received her early education in England, where she flourished academically. Fluent in multiple languages, including Greek, Danish, English, and Spanish, she developed an early interest in childhood development and education. Unlike many royals who pursued ceremonial roles, Alexia chose a different path. She studied at Froebel College in London and became a certified primary school teacher. This wasn't just a hobby. Princess Alexia worked actively in schools in both the UK and Spain, focusing on early childhood education and literacy. In the classroom, she was simply Miss Alexia, never using her royal title. Her students knew her not as a princess, but as a gentle, dedicated educator. But life wasn't finished writing royal chapters for her. In Spain, Alexia met Carlos Morales Quintana, a Spanish architect and Olympic-level yachtsman from the Canary Islands. Unlike the princes and nobles from whom many expected her to marry, Carlos was a commoner, but with a background in sports and design that matched her blend of tradition and modernity. They met in the late 1990s and were married in July 1999 in a private but elegant ceremony in London. Their wedding was another example of Alexia's ability to blend royalty with simplicity. Yes, there were guests from across Europe's royal houses. Yes, there were tiaras and silks and centuries of tradition. But the wedding was smaller than expected, quieter, more heartfelt than flashy. Today, Alexia and Carlos live on the island of Lanzarote in the Canary Islands, a tranquil life surrounded by ocean and sunshine. They have 4 children: Arietta, Ana Maria, Carlos, and Emilia. Though not official royals, her children carry the heritage of 2 monarchies, and their upbringing, while private, is steeped in cultural richness. Yet Alexia hasn't disappeared from the royal scene. She is still a regular presence at royal weddings, funerals, and coronations across Europe. Whether she's standing beside Queen Margrethe II in Copenhagen or walking into Westminster Abbey alongside cousins from the House of Windsor, she exudes the kind of timeless elegance that's hard to teach. Her wardrobe is always classic. Favorite designers include Danish label Ole and Greek couturiers like Celia Criterioti. Think pastel gowns, pearl earrings, and hats that pay homage to both her heritage and her own sense of style. Alexia is especially close to the Spanish royal family. Queen Sofia of Spain is her aunt, and she maintains strong ties with King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia. She's also a quiet figure in Danish society, sometimes seen at events hosted by her cousin Crown Prince Frederik and Crown Princess Mary. In private circles, she's known as thoughtful, intelligent, and deeply committed to family. She may no longer carry an official royal role, but she hasn't abandoned her birthright. She remains involved in charitable organizations that focus on education, child welfare, and Hellenic cultural preservation. She has been known to speak at small events and panels, especially those focused on early learning and childhood development. Quietly but consistently, she uses her influence for good. In a world where modern royalty is often measured by headlines and social media, Princess Alexia stands out for the opposite reason. She doesn't chase attention. She doesn't need to. Her legacy is built on authenticity, on grace, on substance over spectacle. And that, arguably, is the most glamorous thing of all. It's easy to forget how far her story stretches. Born in a palace on a Greek island, baptized in a hall fit for emperors, exiled before she could walk, raised in exile, educated with humility, married for love, and now living a life filled with both sunshine and symbolism. She is the daughter of a dethroned king, the niece of 2 reigning queens, the cousin of monarchs across the continent. But more than that, she is a woman who has redefined what royalty can look like in the 21st century. Elegant, grounded, unshakably regal. From the white marbles of Monrepo to the volcanic coastlines of Lanzarote, Princess Alexia's life remains a modern royal fairy tale. Not loud, not lavish, but full of depth, duty, and quiet splendor. Because true royalty doesn't always need a throne. Sometimes all it needs is grace.